What is up, everybody? My name is Nick, joined once again by my co-host Matt, and we got, again, Fast Money Labs coming back. Connor, I appreciate you one last time. Last game of the NFL wildcard weekend. It's the Cowboys at the Bucs. Cowboys are favored -2.5 currently the line. The over-under is 45.5. Can Tom do it again? Can he pull one out of his ass? Connor, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, so this is probably the most intriguing matchup, right? Where on paper it should lean towards the Cowboys, but 2.5 spread in there on the road, so that adds an interesting element, and it's in prime time. And if you follow me on Twitter the last 2 years, you may have seen me point out some interesting trends around Tom Brady in prime time. So to give context, a couple of years ago, Brady wrote a book that he published, and he explained what he calls the TB12 method. So what is his method for being so great? One of the things he emphasized there, besides diet and a good work ethic, is sleeping. And he goes to bed at a very regimented schedule where he's going to bed, I think, no later than 9 p.m. And he's getting older too, right? So this inspired me at one point to look back. How does he perform in primetime? Are they winning? How's he playing? What I found is with the Bucs, and I'm going to pull up my notes here just to make sure I nail this. Okay, so with the Bucs, he's 2-13 against the spread in primetime games. And that's really, really bad. Doesn't mean they're losing all those games, but he's not covering the spread. And that means he's underperforming expectations. And in those games, betting him to throw an interception since he's turned 40, or since he's turned 42 is, it's 14-7. So I think in a playoff game, you cannot turn the ball over. And this is a spot where he struggles and is known to turn the ball over. And on the flip side of that, Dak Prescott also has been turning the ball over a lot lately. So that could be the Achilles heel of the Cowboys that is effectively the Trojan horse for the Bucs to kind of go in and steal this win at home. So Dak Prescott led the NFL with 15 interceptions, and that dude only played 12 games.
Wow.
So that could be their Achilles heel that causes the Cowboys to stumble. So I'm really interested to see how this one goes. What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I love this game. I love this game so much. As a Giants fan, I usually hate the Cowboys, but I've liked the way this Cowboys team has played this year. I mean, Pollard, Zeke, the run game has been fantastic. Their defense is amazing. But like you said, Dak Prescott, if he doesn't turn the ball over, they probably win games. If he's turning the ball over, he's going to struggle. The thing about this Bucs defense, though, is it's really not as impressive as it's been. They lost Shaquille earlier on the season for the rest of the year. They really haven't been good at all. And I think this Cowboys pass rush, it hasn't been good the last few weeks, but I think they get some ways to get it done. And like you said, Tom Brady in prime time, he's getting older. His bedtime is like 10 o'clock now. Even if he's not doing it for the book or not, like he physically, you ask anyone that age to perform anything, you can't even mow your lawn. Even say it was daylight at 9 o'clock at night, they're going to struggle. Their body's just so used to just settling down. And that sounds like stupid when I say it out loud, but like it's true. He's an old guy. And I think with that pass rush, it's going to give him problems. And the best way to beat Tom Brady, as we've seen as being Giants fans, cough, cough, his good pass rushes, they beat Tom Brady. It makes him struggle. I'm looking at Tom Brady's record on Monday night. He's 20-8 in his career, but he's thrown an interception in 8 of his last 10 Monday night games. Not to put that emphasis on it being a Monday, but it being Monday games are usually primetime games. So that being said, that's probably a good angle for him to throw an interception. And if he does throw one or two, I don't see them winning this game at all. They have absolutely no run game at all. Like their run game is terrible. I know that's like 5 years ago, if you had to say, do you expect Tom Brady to beat you? The answer would be yes. But now the question is, I don't think that that's the case. I just think it's the Cowboys game to lose. And you're getting a team that's just much better overall, according to DVOA stats, and just better defense, statistically a better offense at a -2.5, good football number. I feel like I have to bet the Cowboys at -2.5 and live with it if they lose. I know it's the Cowboys and they're one and done all the time and blah, 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 but they're usually not playing a team that has a losing record going into the playoffs either. You know what I mean? It's just like everything in me. I feel like what's moving the market is you have guys with analytics saying bet the Cowboys, and you have guys saying don't bet on Brady. Like, and that's like keeping it at bay. I know so many older dudes that are just betting on Brady who don't even watch football during the regular season. They're just like, oh, Tom Brady plus money, auto bet. And that's like, I feel like what's going on. Obviously, the Bucs can win this game, but I just think more often than not, the Cowboys are going to win this game. Take away the Cowboys game against Washington last week. Do you have a completely different mindset? Did that one game change your mind? And I feel like most of the answers are yes. I feel like everyone's like scared now. But if they don't play that game like that, and who knows, maybe they were like the Eagles are not losing to the Giants. There's no reason we need to play this game. They fumbled their punt on their opening drive, and they muffed the punt that they received. I know they struggled offensively, but like those things also did happen. If those things don't happen in a technically meaningless game, now you got everyone rested, ready to go. I just feel like I have to take this 2.5 line, and that's where I'm going to stay. I might eat my words, so be it. That's where I'm at.
I tend to agree with you, but there's a couple things. So number one, obviously, we talked about the amount of interceptions. Number one, it's minus 180 for Dak to throw an interception on FanDuel, at least. Probably going to happen if we go off the last 7 weeks. He's thrown an interception in the last 7 weeks, 11 to be exact. In the last 7 weeks, it's awful. They have played once before, week 1. We can just bring it up because it happened. So the Bucs did win 19-3. That was at the Cowboys. It is week 1. It is what it is.
And Dak got hurt that game. I mean, that was the first game of the season, but yeah.
But I mean, even with that, Dak still threw 29 passes. He was in there for a while.
That's true.
He still sucked. But that was week 1. I'm more likely to give him room. Just it's been so long since then. Last week I do give him a pass as well. Playing the Commanders, obviously my team. They had, the Giants knew they were resting everybody. They almost won, but the Giants were resting everybody. In my mind, they pretty much thought no one, was going to advance. I'm with you guys. Basically, I think it's a situation where I got to bet the 2.5. I got to trust the better overall team, even against Tom Brady. I'm going to wait to bet this. I feel like the line might move. It might not. I don't care that much. I'll wait and see how everything progresses and kind of see where everything lands closer to game time. I really just don't trust this. I don't trust either offense. That's the thing. I don't trust either offense. The Bucs have looked really bad. Their defense has kept them in every game. That's the only reason they've been competitive is because they're averaging like 17, 18 points last time I checked a couple weeks ago, and nothing's really changed since then. It's another situation where, I'm just going to probably wait, take the Cowboys, maybe take them live. I feel like if Tom Brady gets a score early, you could get, some plus money there. The over-under, I'd lean under on this as well, especially with the stats I've just gone over, how pathetic both offenses have been. Defenses have really kept both these teams in play. Bucs at home. Yeah. I mean,
you brought up a good point. One thing I want to touch on is
go for it.
Where did it go? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the first half team total. It's not good. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I remembered it being a thing earlier on. If you can help me find it, my internet's kind of going out right now. But actually, I think I got it right here. First half team total. Like we said about Brady being an old man, it kind of takes his legs. Yeah, I don't know why it keeps changing seasons on me. This website's screwing up on me. Do you see it, Connor, or no?
I don't, but while you're looking, I can just pivot to another, what I think the key to this game will be, because I think there'll probably be turnovers on both sides. I think the key to this game, guys, is actually going to be what happens in the red zone. So the Cowboys, believe it or not, were the number 1 team at converting touchdowns in the red zone this year, from a touchdown percentage perspective. while the Bucs allowed the 7th highest touchdown conversion rate in the red zone. So assuming that the Cowboys can continue that dominance in the red zone, I think that will ultimately be the difference, from the game perspective. And it's in terms of the flow. Maddie, I don't know if you found that stat on the first half.
I did find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half team total, they're averaging 8.6 points in the first half. That is not going to win you many football games. And with this Cowboys defense, I just don't see them getting a lot on the board. And if the Cowboys can score, if they can score like 21 to 28 points, I think it's very tough for the Bucs to win this game. I think if they win this game, it's going to have to be like both teams under 20 or one team getting 21 kind of a deal.
Yeah,
definitely.
It takes those bones, those things, it starts warming up a little bit. He's got to get loose.
Yeah.
It takes him a lot longer to get loose.
And just to play devil's advocate, guys, the counterpoint to all this that we're talking about with his sleeping and his age is playoff games come with an extra, boost of adrenaline, right? And you could think back just a couple of years ago, Brady was down 28-3 in the Super Bowl, and it's past his bedtime. And guess what? It didn't matter. He had enough adrenaline to kind of power him to win that Super Bowl game. And especially now that, hey, everyone's speculating will he come back? I'm pretty sure he will, but there's going to be a lot of adrenaline, powering Tom Brady on Sunday, which might balance out the fact that it's a late game. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah. No matter what, guys, it should be a great game. As always, bet responsibly, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.